Representing the 31 to 53 foot class in the center console category, the Belzona 40CC has an overall length of 39 feet 6 inches, a beam of 12 feet, and a max horsepower rating of 1400. Designed for fun and offshore adventure, she has a draft of 28 inches, a dead rise of 22 degrees, a dry weight of 16,900 pounds, and a fuel capacity of 500 gallons. Now, let's hear more from our hosts, George Labonte and Rick Riles.
Brother, we're standing here on a boat today that, quite frankly, it's got me a little bit out of my comfort zone, which is really unusual because that's exactly the opposite of what this boat was designed to do. This boat was designed to make people comfortable, but I'm a little uncomfortable standing on it. Should I tell you why?
And tell me why.
All my life, all a boat has ever been to me is a tool. It's a vessel to get me to the grounds to go fishing. This boat is not that boat. This boat is designed to make people really comfortable and to make people have a good time. Quite frankly, I could get used to it.
George, I'm gonna tell you, boats have personalities just like people do. And this boat's personality is big, all right? Here, what do we know about big personality people? They got a lot of friends and they draw a lot of attention, and this boat does both.
Well, there's a lot of ways to have a good time on this rig. Why don't we take a look at a few of them? Now look at the seating we've got here, Rick. I mean, there's room for what? I'd imagine you could easily put a dozen people up here in the front. This full wraparound in the front is very roomy. You got the 2 bucket seats in the front here, but this right here, you know, it's getting late in the day. I might actually need to take a little nap. How about that right there?
Don't you even get up there. That'll be the end of you.
Now, there's several things on the boat that are very unique features to the Belzona boat in particular. One of them is this forward rate glass. You can see from up here, this is really nice to look through. I mean, super visibility, but there's more to it than that. Why don't we take a look at it from a different perspective? Let's go check out the helm.
George, I understand the visibility out this windshield is unmatched. I love it being tinted, but why do a traditionalist like me does it look backwards?
Does it look backwards to you, really?
It looks like it's slanted in instead of always looking out.
Of course it is. The forward rate glass, you know, you've seen this on commercial fishing boats, you've seen this on military boats. I mean, this is a very useful design for boats that are on the water all the time. The glass raked forward like that, if a wave hits the boat or if rain's hitting the boat, the wind forces the water to the bottom of the windshield. Another thing is it really keeps the glare down too. The way the sun hits that glass facing forward like that, it reflects the light downward, not back into the helm area. Another thing that I really enjoy that they've done here, this entire top is glass. They're using pipe work back there for support, but all this glass right here ties into that rake forward glass like that. This is a very unique style that's really distinctly Belzona. You can recognize it from a long way off. Now, why all the shade right here? Well, you know, sometimes you're up there partying outside in the sun. There are other times you want to get out of the sun and you need a place to do it and you want to bring the whole gang back. You bring them in here underneath the shade top. You can get away on a boat like this. This cabin down below is legit, all right? There's almost 7 feet of headroom down there. You've got a dinette table settee down there. You can sit, eat a meal. You can drop that, put a filler panel in, turn that into a V berth where a couple can spend the night. It's got an enclosed head with a separate acrylic enclosed shower stall. I mean, legitimate bathroom down in there, and a refrigerator and a microwave. You could easily spend the weekend in comfort on this boat, and it's air conditioned. Why don't we go back here? There is a business end to this boat. Let's go have a look at it.
George, this company's all about innovation, always has been. The first innovation they came up with, how about this?
Even I knew about this store. It's legendary.
It is, and think about it. Not only is it great for divers, not only is it stepping on and off the boat, think about our seniors. Think about people that have walkers or wheelchairs or whatever. You don't want to leave them home. They can slide right in, buddy.
People don't think about that when you think about a dive door on the side of a boat, boarding coming in and off of the dock. But get me back to diving. You got to give me a little bit of fish ability. You got to give me some dive ability. And we're looking at it right here, okay? You know, you can't party 7 days a week, Rick. I can't. My liver can't stand it, all right? I need to go fishing sometime. Got a live well right here. You got a couple of fish boxes. You've got the setup to put riggers and make just this part of the boat work for me. You can definitely do it on this boat.
Well, it's part of a boat with a big personality. It's a part of, I know you're gonna catch me a tuna and we're gonna have a couple of lobster tails. How about if we fire up that grill and bring the whole party back here? We got room for them.
Put the sure shade out here and cover the cockpit up. Fire up some lobster tails. Now we're talking. We might have to take this boat out for a little bit of an extended voyage. Let me just take you around the rest of the back of the boat here. You know, I love this door right here. I've never seen anything as functional as far as dive doors go. There is a retractable ladder that goes into the side of the hull that's very easy to get in and out of the water on. You've got this bench that hides away, frees up a lot of space in the cockpit. If you're just taking a ride and you want to put it down, have a place to sit, you do that. But something that really jumps out to me, one level deck, you open the door and go through, there's nothing to trip on, and it's very wide, very comfortable to get out on. You can sit there with dive gear, and there's another ladder that comes out of the back of the transom platform too.
So what you're telling me is, if you're looking for a boat with a big personality that carries its own party with it everywhere it goes, whether you got a crowd up in the bow up there enjoying a sunset, whether you got some guys back here trolling at sunrise, you want to take more people, you want to have more adventures, you want to have a bigger time, you need to see the Belzona 40cc.